Okay, so the other day I saw some pretty strange shit go down on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, Twitch offers this ads incentive program for, I believe, just partnered streamers, where they offer a reward, money, for running a certain amount of ads per hour and streaming so many hours in a month. I'm not exactly sure how long this program has been active. I think it's been at least a couple months. And usually, from what I understand, these partnered streamers, they get these offers during the middle of a month, and it is the middle of October, so that makes sense. And so an example of one of these ad incentives would be like run 5 minutes of ads per hour and stream 100 hours this month or something like that, and the reward could be like, I don't know, 15K, something like that. I've seen like 40K rewards. I've seen, a lot less, just a couple hundred. How much the reward is depends on, the streamer and how many viewers they get and things like that. Now, many people point the finger at Twitch and blame them for the reason they see all these ads when they're watching Twitch streams. And of course, Twitch is not innocent in this. But in some cases, it's the Twitch streamer running the ads. It's the Twitch streamer who accepts these ad incentives, and that's the reason their viewers are getting so many ads. So keep that in mind, that sometimes it's not entirely Twitch's fault why you're seeing all these ads. It's because the streamer accepted one of these incentives. Now, I'm not directly criticizing this ads incentive program, okay? Like, I think it could be a good thing. You leave it up to the streamer. It's their decision what they want to do. Like, Twitch is not forcing that on the streamer. They don't have to accept these incentives. It's up to the streamer. But the thing that was so strange about this is what I saw on Twitter the other day. Saw several tweets where streamers, they would tweet out an image of their incentives that Twitch is offering. Oh, stream this many hours, run this many ads, and 15K reward. And they were tweeting that out. And I found that kind of strange because with some of the tweets, it had this tone where the streamer was basically saying, oh man, this is a lot of money, but I could never do that to my viewers. Hey guys, look at all this money that I'm passing up to benefit your viewer experience. Look how noble I am. It's just like a really weird thing to tweet that out just to show how much money you're turning down. Like, do you do that with all your sponsorships or brand deals that you turn down? Do you tweet out how much money you're giving up? Like, it's just really fucking strange. And some of the other tweets I saw about this kind of seemed like the streamer was almost looking for approval from their community to accept one of these offers. Like, it kind of sounded like they were saying, oh man, that's a lot of money, but I could never do that to my community. That's just way too many ads. That's ridiculous. Nobody would watch that. Right? Like, you guys wouldn't want to watch that, right? Oh no, you want? Yeah, of course not. I'm not going to accept that, and unless you guys, are okay with it. That is a lot of money. That's kind of the tone I was getting from some other tweets. It's just really fucking weird, man. Now, you could argue the reason that they tweeted this out is because they're consulting their community. They want to get a feel for what their viewers think of this, if they're okay with it, if they're not. But here's the thing: it's ads. It is safe to assume that most people don't like watching ads, right? Like, it's like getting punched in the face. You don't need to ask somebody if they want to get punched in the face. It's safe to assume that most people don't want to get punched in the face. You don't need to ask people about that. All right. And so with this, yeah, it's fucking advertisements on your stream that sometimes these ads play when you're in the middle of a fucking game. That's even worse. But yeah, you should already know without asking that most people don't want to see fucking ads. So there really isn't much of a legitimate reason to tweet about this, especially showing, the reward of how much money you're going to get if you actually complete these incentives. It's very unnecessary, and I think it's pretty fucking weird. I'm not saying you're entirely wrong if you accept one of these offers, but that's your decision, right? You already know that most people don't like ads, okay? Now, yeah, when if you tweet it out and you ask people about this, yeah, you're going to get some people that are like, oh, secure that bag, get that bag. Okay, you know, some people will be supportive and say that, but at the end of the day, most of those people, they still don't like ads, right? They still don't want to see ads. That's not a thing that makes most people happy. Oh, yes, there's an ad, or the ad's interrupting this game that I was watching. Like, no. Now, I did see this one tweet from a creator who originally they tweeted out saying something like they're not accepting this, they're not going to be doing any of this, that's way too many ads or something like that. And then they followed up with, actually, I will accept one of these offers and I'm going to essentially give back to their community and, you know, purchase like equipment and stuff for some of their viewers. Now, I feel like the first tweet was kind of strange because it was pretty much just, hey guys, look how much money I'm passing up for you guys. You know, kind of weird. But then the following tweet, that I understand, right? Like, I understand tweeting out something like that because that's basically letting your community know, like, hey guys, you might see an increased amount of ads on these streams, but this is why. And why is because he's going to be giving back to the community. So the community reaps some of the benefits of this as well. So I understand putting out a tweet like that because you're giving back to the community. They're benefiting from this incentive as well. But if you're just accepting this offer just to benefit you, the streamer, again, you already know people don't like watching ads. Yeah, some people are going to be supportive and say they're okay with it, but at the end of the day, people don't like watching ads. So you got to make that decision for yourself, right? You don't need to get a feel from your community. You know people don't like watching ads. Some of them might be nice and supportive and say go ahead and do it, but still you're shoving ads down their throat. And so that's my main thing here. That's the thing this all boils down to, is that I just thought it was weird to tweet about this like many people were, right? That's the thing. Not necessarily criticizing the program. I'm not saying you're wrong if you accept one of these offers. It was just some of the tweets I was seeing. And I don't know if I'm going to be showing any of those tweets in this video because I don't really like directly calling people out, especially when it's not something that like a specific person did. You know, it's like something that I saw many people do. It's not like one person in particular that I'm talking about. Now, something else I wanted to mention, and this could honestly be a separate video, but I want to talk about it briefly here, is I feel like some streamers have become a little entitled. They forget where they came from. They forget why they're allowed to do what they do full time. It's like they forget how important their community actually is. They forget that they are nothing without their community, without their viewers, their followers, subscribers. It's almost like some streamers, YouTubers, content creators almost kind of feel like they deserve the views that they get, deserve the donations and subscribers. Maybe they feel like, hey, I'm putting in the work, I'm putting out good content, and I deserve the benefits. But that's not how content creation works. Like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Just because you make good content, that doesn't mean you're going to find success, okay? And I feel like some streamers forget that, or content creators in general forget that. Like, don't act like you're putting in the work and you deserve all the success that you're getting because you're working hard, putting out good content. Again, that's not how that works. That's not how this works in content creation. You can make great content and get nowhere and get no views and not build a following, okay? You can also make dog shit content and blow up, right? Like, that's just, there's a lot of luck involved in it. It's not entirely luck, but there's a lot involved. And so I think a lot of content creators just get used to the success that they have and just, you know, expect people to show up every stream, expect to get a certain amount of views on every video, and it's just become routine to them. And they just forget just how important their community really is or at least they forget how much they really need them. And to bring this back to the original topic, this Twitch ads incentive program, when you accept these offers, and you're playing more ads on your streams, you're shoving more ads down your community's throats. Your community, the people that you are nothing without, the people that you couldn't do this full time without them, and you're accepting this, you're making the viewing experience worse for your community, the community that you need, so you get a big paycheck. And I think stuff like this has kind of become normalized, running ads, sponsorships, ad reads on YouTube videos, stuff like that. Many people have become used to that and they just expect it. But when you really break that down and you look at, what's actually happening, I don't know, it's not the greatest look. Like running a bunch of ads on your Twitch stream, it's making it a worse viewing experience for your community. When people do ad reads on their YouTube videos, oh, today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, right? And like in some of these ad reads, people talk about how, how much they love the game, how much they play the game, yada, 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 all that bullshit. And essentially you're lying to your community in many cases. Like you don't play the fucking game. You don't like the game. It's just an ad read, right? And you're basically lying to your community. But people just look at that, it's just a sponsor. He's getting that bag, But you're lying. I mean, that's really what it is at the core. The words coming out of your mouth are not true in many cases. Like, you don't actually feel that way about whatever product it is that is the sponsor of the video. But again, it's all normalized. That's all normal. These content creators have to pay the bills. But like, the thing is, everyone has to pay the bills. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do content creations. You don't have to run ads. You don't have to take these sponsorships. You don't have to do any of this. Like, you don't have to. It's what you're willing to do. All right? Like, are you content with just making authentic content and, trying to create the best viewing experience for your community? And maybe that means running less ads, doing less sponsored shit. Or are you somebody who, values the money more, and maybe you do accept sponsors that you don't actually like, you don't actually support, but you act like you do, just, to reap the benefits of that. Maybe you want to run lots of ads on your Twitch stream, reap the benefits of that, even if it is creating a worse viewing experience for your viewers. I don't know. There's different ways to look at this. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Hopefully you guys can see where I'm coming from here. Let me know what you guys think about this. You agree with what I'm saying or not? I think I looked at this from multiple different angles, right? I did. And I can see like pros and cons to each side. I can see why certain people would want to do things certain ways. And I don't know, it depends on the person. It depends what you value more. And yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.